The fans here fired up as usual at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And off we go from the link. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Jackson on the move. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up second down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it does set up third down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The motion man is Nacua. Throwing right away is Mahomes. And caught Saquon Barkley. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's second and 5. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and 4.
Here's a third down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, it's Tyreek Hill. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
And this is exactly how they coach it. Once he realized he wasn't going to get home, he does the next best thing. Get that big old hand up and knock the ball away.
And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Hill. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On play action, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
On the handoff, it's Henry. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Ravens first down.
That's another.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning.
And he's in! Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. That's Goddard in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. That's Goddard in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this 1st half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
He'll let this go for Goddard. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On the return, it's Hill. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Up the sideline to the 40. And strong running there as they're finally able to bring him down. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Second down, Jackson. He'll step up and run this. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll run again. And he'll get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see, guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy. Just puts a little too much in front of him.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air once more, and that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They're running on 1st down with Henry. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Mahomes. That's a short one. Oh, my God. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. Ravens have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Patrick Surtain makes the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Devontae Smith there to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Throwing is Mahomes. He keeps it himself. And nice work there. Go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but You know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raven first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Going to go right back to Henry. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
His kick is perfect. And the Ravens stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Loop to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Get this out wide to Dillon. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup at 5 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Mahomes. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now to throw again. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and inches. Play action here. Mahomes. And he's in. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Makes the score, Ravens 17, Eagles 7.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward and will give him 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
good blocking, and he's pinned. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point is good, and the Ravens up their lead. It's now 24-7. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Mahomes. Brought in by the tight end, got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's the give to Henry, running right. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
3rd, they need 8. This is Henry. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
All set for kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from the bank. Flowers now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
3rd and long for him here. Andrews has it, working downfield. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st down, here's Lamar. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it, drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, they need 7. Rolling into enemy territory. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Lamar throwing again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Again, it's Jackson to the air. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. A toss now to Henry. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
all set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down, around with Barkley. It's a solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. They go to Barkley again. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the play, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there, and it's going to be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on a quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Looks like a design run here from Mahomes. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dump off caught by his back. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. It's Henry on the counter. Shoves him off. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Big gain, has them across the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Jackson, quick pass wide. On the move into the red zone. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Brought in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 14. Eagles nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. He spins right by him. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here he is on 2nd and inches. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. Throw over the middle, cut by Brown. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 32. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 30-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw Mahomes. Complete out to the right side. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Stop by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll bring the tight end in motion. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he gets this down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
T.J. Watt on the coverage.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This from 30 yards out. Elliott connects there. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they have left in a methodical drive. Paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
The Ravens take over.
The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. They're going to need some unlikely magic here if they want to find any points with almost no time remaining. One last play before the break. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes now. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
1st down throw for Jackson. Cut by Hill over the middle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Play action now with Jackson. Finds his fullback. And he looks it forward to the 43-yard line. In on his sound, had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Jackson. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. He's back. Derrick Henry was the intended receiver, so it'll be 3rd down. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Jackson on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Lamar now from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Jackson yet again. Steps up and he's running with it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
3rd and just 2 to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke. Going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It's about 43 yards for it. Luke knocks it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following his efforts. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
They'll start this one out with Barkley. Gets his way through a tackle. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Second and 6 coming up here. Play action, Mahomes. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Mahomes on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Jump off caught by his back. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the air, Mahomes. Quick slant, taken in by Nacua. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Again, Mahomes to throw. He's got it again. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's Barkley underneath. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing again, Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Flowers now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Lamar off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now, just before the 2-minute warning can hit, Brock, whistles and a timeout taken by this defense.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Run drawn up here for Lamar. So in front of a flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.